After what happened between Gabriel and Camille at the party, the news about Emily and her involvement in Camille and Gabriel's breakup is being spread on TikTok by Timothy, Camille's brother, who accuses Emily of being responsible for ruining Camille and Gabriel's relationship. Emily says she did nothing wrong, and she's still trying to talk to Alfie and explain everything, but he doesn't want to speak to her. Mindy tells Emily that the breakup is now her chance to be with Gabriel, but she says she's not interested in being with Gabriel because of what is happening. His ex is in love with another woman and is also pregnant with their baby. She's going to focus on work from now on and stop thinking about Gabriel and Alfie. Gabriel tells Emily he hasn't heard from Camille since the incident and says he wanted to get married because he thought it was the right thing to do. At work, Emily watches the Love is in the Air campaign, which shows Emily and Alfie as a couple in love. Emily and Alfie scored the highest after all the other couples were tested, and the campaign has already launched in Paris, New York, and Seoul. In fact, it's projecting on the big screen at Roland Garros tomorrow. Emily knows Alfie won't like the idea and suggests letting the camera find couples in love in the audience instead. After showing Julian the video about Emily, Sylvie reminds Emily she warned her about broadcasting her life to the public and tells her to fix the situation. Sylvie tells Alfie about the campaign with Emily, but he says it's not his problem. If he doesn't show up, things will be bad for Emily. Alfie sees a poster for the campaign outside his gym and calls Emily. He's not happy because he was not told about the posters of them and says it's a reminder of how she has ruined his life. His gym is the place he wants to use to forget about her, and he wants the poster to be taken down. Emily goes to see him at the gym, but Alfie says he needs more time before he's ready to talk with her about what happened. Emily is worried about Alfie not showing up and creates an animation of her and Alfie kissing in case he doesn't show up. Alfie goes to meet Gabriel and asks him why he lied to him. Gabriel says nothing happened between him and Emily and tells him he wants them to be happy. But Alfie asks if Gabriel has feelings for Emily, and he says it doesn't matter, and he won't get in the way. Mindy confronts her boyfriend Nicholas for giving her an outfit to make her more acceptable to his dad, who didn't like her outfit the last time he met her. Alfie arrives as the campaign is being played and apologizes to Emily for the way he reacted to the situation. He says he was worried about losing her to Gabriel. After watching the commercial, he says he wanted to get past what happened but doesn't think he can. Their kiss is captured on the kiss cam as the crowd applauds. Gabriel tells Emily that Camille is missing. Emily doesn't want to tell Gabriel about Camille and Sophia, but her and Mindy think she is in Greece with her. Emily texts Sophia about Camille and tells Gabriel about Camille being in Greece with Sophia and about their relationship. Gabriel is angry with her for keeping secrets from him and says he will call Camille's family and tell them not to worry. Mindy, who went to see Nicholas, finds Julian at JVMA and congratulates him on the new job. Emily realizes Camille is still sharing her location with her from their trip and goes there to meet her. She finds Camille on a boat. She no longer wants to keep her secrets and says Camille blamed her and used her as an excuse to get out of her relationship. Camille says Emily's just feeling guilty, not worried about her. They start hitting each other's boats with their oars and fall in the pond. Camille apologizes to Emily for using her as an excuse to get out of the relationship. Sophia goes to Gabriel at the restaurant. She says all she needs to know is if Camille is safe, then she'll leave. He tells her Emily is out finding Camille. Emily brings Camille at the restaurant. Sophia and Camille kiss and enter the restaurant. Gabriel tells Emily he's okay with the situation because he also understands what it's like to fall in love with someone else. After coming back from a morning run, Emily finds Camille outside the building. When they reach Gabriel's apartment, Sophia opens the door. Sophia and Camille tell Emily they're sleeping in Gabriel's bed and he's sleeping on the couch. Gabriel says his living situation isn't ideal, but Camille and Sophia are looking for their own place. When Alfie meets Camille, she apologizes for breaking him and Emily up. But Alfie says he knows Emily and Gabriel still have feelings for one another, and that's why he ended the relationship. Camille says Emily and Gabriel have been free to get together for a while now, but haven't. Emily tells Mindy she doesn't want to date Gabriel because he's going to be a dad, and she's over Alfie after the way he spoke to her at work. Emily meets Gabriel on her way to a launch party as she waits outside her apartment. Gabriel says his feelings haven't changed, and Emily says she doesn't think they can ever work. At the party, Emily sees that Siobhan is wearing the same outfit. Alfie apologizes to her for not seeing her vision for the event earlier and says he's sorry for acting the way he did at the tennis match. He says he was heartbroken and thought her and Gabriel would be together by now. As she searches for Antoine, she finds Gabriel. Gabriel pretends to be someone else, and she plays along. Emilly has to choose between Alfie and Gabriel, and when she speaks to Mindy, she tells her not to overthink it. She chooses Gabriel and goes to dance with him. Alfie finds Siobhan and thinks it's Emilly. He confesses his love for her and kisses her. He realizes she's not Emilly and sees her leaving with Gabriel. After Sylvie helps expose Louis Norman for his behavior, Nicholas tells Mindy the story is all lies, but she thinks it's true because she heard things from some women. Emilly and Gabriel ride back to the apartment in a carriage, and Gabriel asks her to forget reality for just one night and live in the fantasy. Emilly is still concerned about when his ex will leave his apartment. Emilly asks the couple about their search for an apartment, and Sophia says Camille and her haven't decided on one. Emilly wants them to leave, so she tells the landlady. She tells Gabriel that she needs boundaries, and that she can't continue living in the gray area and be cool with it. To her surprise, Gabriel tells her that he also told the landlady about the situation, and doesn't want to lose her or his apartment over this whole mess. They have been given only 24 hours to leave Gabriel's apartment. However, they will not be leaving the building. There's a vacant unit next door, and the two will be moving into that apartment. Camille and Sophia are having some problems in their relationship. Camille wants to use the second bedroom as a baby's nursery, while Sophia wants it to be her art studio. When they go out to shop for furniture, Sophia doesn't want her to buy a rocking horse. Camille accuses Sophia of showing a negative attitude towards all things concerning the baby, which causes a fight. Sophia packs her bags and decides to go back to Greece. She doesn't want to stay in Paris, and asks Camille to come to Athens with her. But Camille refuses. She wants the baby to be close to its father. Unfortunately, Camille is told that she wasn't carrying a baby. The test gave a false positive, and missing periods has been due to stress. Camille doesn't want to tell the bad news to Gabriel, because he has already found out that he will not be getting a Michelin star. Emilly decides to travel to Chicago for the holidays, and Sylvie gives her a gift, upgrading her to business class for her Air France flight home to Chicago. She wanted to go home with Gabriel, but he can't leave the restaurant for that long. He will spend the holiday with Camille and her family. Unfortunately, all flights to Chicago are grounded due to bad weather in Illinois, leaving Emilly stranded. Camille's father invites her to spend the holiday with his family. Timothy tells her that Gabriel is spending the holidays with Camille instead of her, and that she is just Gabriel's mistress, since he's having a baby with Camille. Emilly gets angry at Gabriel for leaving her behind on the slopes during a ski. There, she meets an Italian tourist who helps her down the mountain. Emilly decides to leave, telling Gabriel that he will always choose Camille, and that she doesn't want to be the person who constantly pulls him away from his family. Sylvie meets Genevieve, the child of her husband, looking for a job, and Sylvie hires her after she's unable to get one. In Paris, Emilly runs into Alfie and invites him to a party. He turns down her offer and says he's meeting his girlfriend and her family. Emilly is sad, believing she has lost both Alfie and Gabriel. After telling him about the pregnancy, Camille wants them to adopt, but Gabriel declines, telling her that they are not together. Emilly goes to Camille's office with a gift and apologizes for leaving them without saying goodbye to her and her family. Camille tells her about the pregnancy, which leaves her wondering why Gabriel didn't tell her. Emilly is happy to see Genevieve and tells her she will take her and help her around. Genevieve is attracted to Gabriel, and when Emilly asks her to translate what he said during an argument between him and Emilly, she lies and tells her Gabriel doesn't want to see her anymore. Emilly is surprised to see Marcello at a polo match, and Mindy says she knows him. He's a friend to her boyfriend Nico, and they both went to the London School of Economics. The next day, Emilly notices that Camille's apartment is empty. Even Gabriel doesn't know where she moved to. At work, Genevieve wants to find her own apartment and asks if Emilly knows any apartments she can rent. Emilly doesn't want her to leave near her and Gabriel, and doesn't tell her about the vacant apartment left by Camille. Marcello sends Emilly a gift to her office, a very expensive cashmere scarf made by his family's company. Emilly calls Marcello and they spend the entire night together walking around Paris. He meets Gabriel and tells him how he met Emilly. He informs him he met Emilly after her jerk boyfriend left her alone on the mountain. This makes Gabriel angry and he leaves. Marcello invites Emilly to visit him in Rome. She knows Sylvie is trying to make Marcello a client, and so she's going to Krakow, Poland. Marcello takes her on a tour around Rome and invites her to meet his mother and sisters at their home the next day. However, Sylvie is told Emily is in Rome. The morning that Emily is supposed to meet with Marcello, Sylvie arrives at her location. When Marcello finds them, he thinks the real reason why Emily came to Rome was to get a meeting, and he's upset. After talking to Sylvie, Emily visits Marcello's family and tells him she came to see him and not for business. However, she still wants Marcello to meet with them and Sylvie. Marcello says it's a mistake for her to come to his home and tells her to return to Rome. Mindy also comes to Rome after Emily tells her what happened between her and Marcello. Marcello's mom, Antonia, agrees to meet Sylvie and the team. She says the business needs the money and agrees to give them 6 months to market the company. Marcello is still not happy with Emily. Genevieve calls Gabriel and tells him he is getting a Michelin star. She also tells him Emily went to Rome to visit Marcello. Gabriel tells Genevieve he doesn't want to give her the wrong idea. He says she's his neighbor and he doesn't want anything more. After saying goodbye to him at the hotel the next morning, Emily's told by Sylvie that they're officially opening an office in Italy and they need Emily to run it. She'll get a temporary apartment and has to start leaving in Rome immediately. After finding out that Emily won't be returning to Paris, Gabriel goes to Mindy and asks her where exactly in Rome Emily is staying. Marcello comes to see Emily at her new apartment, and they go out on his Vespa.